Hi, and welcome for choosing my channel. Now, if you are new to my channel, this is what I use for my winter wild camps. And as you can tell, it changes. If you watch my channel before, you'll have noticed the one before this is what I use on my summer wild camp. And this is what I use on my winter. And things are drastically different. For starters, I use keelers for my waterproofs. These are Keeler Mountain Keeler Cumulus MRT jacket, and these are Keeler trousers. Now I choose these trousers because they've got zips and buttons all the way up, as you can tell. They've got built-in gaiters, so that bit there, gaiters. And these little toggly bit things at the front clip onto your boots, and I'll show you that. I'll come across that in a minute. But these have got what they call dual protection inside, or wherever it's called. I can't remember what it's called. Something like that. Let's see if I can find it inside. Yeah, dual protection. And what it does, it's a waterproof condensation control. So this little stuff inside, this liner, it absorbs the moisture off your body and helps it disperse, so you keep cooler. And the trousers have got them as well. So yeah, that's what I use when the snow's on the ground. So then I've got that, which is a much thicker down jacket. That's the Alpkit Philo. I've had that for many years. So I swapped the a lightweight to a thicker, much thicker down. On my feet has changed as well. My feet, I use them. These are Adidas Terex Climber Proof snow boot. Now they're thick, and I love them because they've got this protection-y bit at the front, which protects the laces. That goes over like that. So, and that little loopy bit, this bit here, is what you cramp gaiters and that onto. Hence the little bit here on your trousers that clips onto there, so you get complete coverage. But the clever bit about these is these little red things on here on the bottom of the boot. The colder the weather, the harder they go, and they act like little crampons. Ace. Now, as well as that, they're dead waterproof. They're super warm. They're nice and comfortable. You can put crampons on them, but I don't know which style. I don't use crampons, I use them. Micro spikes. These are the Gravel ones. Gravel. I think the Gravel Run. They're much cheaper than if you want to buy the expensive ones like Catulas and stuff like that, but that's all I use. I get them out when I know it's going to be really icy. Not necessarily snowy, but icy, get them out. Now, I carry a spare pair of socks. Base layers, these are just fleece base layers. Hang on. Just fleece base layers for sleeping in, a spare pair of socks. I do carry 2 pair of gloves though. Some lightweight gloves. I've generally got a couple of pair of these lightweight gloves. I've got a spare in my bag, and I've generally got a pair in my jacket. And then I wear these, a nice thicker pair of gloves as well, for when the weather drops really cold. I carry 2 hats. Careful how I pronounce that. Shades, sunglasses. 1 hat, normal hat. I love a peak myself to keep the hood away from my eyes. And then I carry this other hat, which is more like a balaclava type thing, when the weather drops really cold. So there's my sleep, you know, what I keep warm with. Other than that, I've got the other stuff I've got that I wear as well. I've got trousers and a t-shirt and stuff like that on as well. And generally I've got a lighter type of puffer jacket on underneath this as I'm walking probably up. If it's absolutely slugging it down with snow and stuff like that, I'll just put that on. So I've got options there. Now my sleep system, this has changed as well. I've got a 4-season tent. I've got the Force 10 Mountain 2 4-season fully geodesic tent. It's a lot heavier. There's the poles. I've got the X-Ped, this X-Ped XP9 mat. That's the compression bag. Very clever idea this, I love it. You literally pump the bag up and connect that to your sleeping bag, fill it full of air, fill it up, and your mat goes up in literally about a minute. Mint. There's my sleeping bag, a 4-season sleeping bag. So I've gone from a sleeping bag to a quilt for upseats. And that's my tent, my mat, and my sleeping bag all sorted. I do carry a bivvy bag. I've obviously not picked that up. I've got a hunker bivvy bag as well, just in case it drops cold. Now the cooked stuff is generally the same. The only difference is I've got a cover on the gas. That's just to give the gas a little bit more insulation, because as you know, gas does not like the cold. So that's just to give me a little bit more insulation. But the cooker that I use, which is this one here underneath there, let me just get it out. Get off. That one there, which is the GSI Pinnacle 4-season. Now it's I can't remember what kind of gas. It's one of them. You have to fold out and then connect it with a hose to this. Now the great thing about that this stove is it's designed for winter use, and it's what they call an inverted. So you turn your gas bottle over like that, and it works it to liquid. While it's like that, it's a gas. Turn it to that, liquid. So I believe if you change the hose on that, you can work it on liquids as well. I also carry that little one there in that little Tupperware tub. That's the Alpkit Krakow. I've also got my frying pan, my plates and stuff like that, my milk, my tea bags, sugar, and a cup with a lid. Nice cup. My spork. That's my other bit that I use. This is a titanium pot. That's something else I always use as well. I always use these type of lighters. The cheapest chips you get 2 for £1 from mostly everywhere. And the thing is, the easier to light your cooker with. As for the other ones, you like that. Trying to make sure you don't burn your fingers. With this, you've got that little bit of extension. Bosh. You're in there. You can get inside without burning your fingers. The cheapest chips. Hand warmers. Hand warmers, I take a selection of hand warmers with me on a winter wild camp. Strictly because electronics do not like the cold. So you open them out. You can warm your hands up if you need to. Stick them inside your gloves. Or stick them inside a dry bag. Stick your electronics in there, i.e. your phone. Your phones, your power pack, your whatever. That'll keep them warm for several hours. Spare batteries. In there I've got spare batteries for the torches that I'm using. There's a wind monitor. That's a Bluetooth wind monitor. These are a selection of the torches that I use. I always take more powerful torches on a winter wild camp rather than a summer one. So I've got the Alpkit here Prism. It's a 550 lumens torch. Head torch there. Very bright. I carry this, which is, I think it's a 250 or 350 lumens hand torch. And this, oops, get off. and I carry that as well. Now this is for inside the tent. Sometimes I light up the tent in the middle of the night, you know, so we know where we're going. Wipes to wipe myself with. Lip balm. In the winter, your lips will dry out because of the cold. Lip balm just keeps that moisture back in them. I've got a little, I carry this everywhere with me. This is a little tin opener and stuff like that. A multi-tool. I don't carry a knife because I'm not a bushcrafter. I'm a wild camper. Multi-tool. A multi-tool will come in much more better for a wild camper than a knife. That's me pillow. Yeah, I know what you're going to say. Don't look like a pillow. No, it's a pillowcase or a cushion cover. And basically, all I do before I go into bed, I stuff it full of my down jacket. Bush, I've got a lovely, nice, warm pillow. That's my first aid kit. Not that, this. That's a first aid kit. Nice and dry, clean. Mostly in there, it's only got like tablets, a bit of Sudocrem, a few plasters and that sort of thing. Anything needing more than that, you're going to be calling somebody out anyway. If you bust your ankle, you broke your arm, you broke your legs and stuff like that, you ain't going to come down a mountain. You're just going to call mountain rescue. So it's pointless taking a first aid kit the size of that. Be real, people. I've got a tent, pole, fugal, whatever you call them, ferrule, a bit of tape just in case I break a pole. I've done in the past. Hand wash, hand gel, needed now, isn't it? My rucksack's the low alpine Duran 65-75. It's awesome for winter camping because it's big enough to get all your stuff in. The only thing I don't have round here is my food and water. But yeah, it's pretty much what I cut. Oh, and I take the GoPros and my mobile and whatever else camera equipment I'm taking as well. So that pretty much sorts me out for the winter. Now, if you compare this to the video before this, you'll see just how different and how much stuff you have to take on a winter wild camp to keep you warm. In my views, winter wild camping is harder. It's harder to do because not only is the stuff that you're using heavier, which it is, the sleeping bag's heavier, the mat's heavier, the tent's heavier, that's heavier, they're heavier, the boots are heavier, you're carrying more clothes. Yeah, so not only is everything heavier, the problem is then you're now walking in probably strong winds and snow. So everything is harder, in my views. In the summer, you've got to put up with the heat, midges, and what else. But in the winter, I find it much harder to work in the winter, but it's a lot better. I think it's a lot more enjoyable. That's what wild camping's all about. Cold, wet, 2 fingers up to Mother Nature. So anyway, I hope this helps organise your kit and have some ideas of what other people take. So thanks for watching. Oh, this is the X-Ped Schnozzle bag. I'll just talk you through this because somebody else did this the other day and I thought, oh, that's a clever idea. If you've got an X-Ped or a Schnozzle bag, you fill it full of air and you put it inside there. So that gives you another pillar as well. So the only thing I'm missing on here is my goggles. I've got some skiing goggles for when the blizzards come, and my bivvy bag, which I've got in my tent, which I've got up in my garden anyway, because I've been keeping in my garden for a few days. So thanks for watching. Keep on wild camping. Catch up with you in the next video. Bye bye.